everybody, welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance video today. Today what we're going to talk about is going to be my list, and these are my choices for the top 10 out of the shower fragrances. Before we get started, I do want to say, if you're new to the channel, it's your first time watching, you like what you see, make sure you subscribe, and of course check out the new Scents of South Jersey Instagram page for news, updates on the channel, and photographs of the fragrances in my collection. So before we start the list, I want to say that this is probably not your average out of the shower fragrance list. These are my picks. So I've seen a lot of different reviewers post their versions of this list. It's a fun list, and mine are going to be a little bit different. Obviously, you know, some of the fragrances that I like aren't as mainstream, but these are the ones that to me make me feel really clean, make me feel really fresh. You're going to hear those words repeated a lot throughout this list. It's kind of impossible to do the list without using that type of verbiage. Anyway, let's get started. All right, so the first fragrance on this list is probably the heaviest fragrance in the bunch that I picked today. This one really makes me feel fresh and clean, and it is Dakar by al-rehab. I absolutely love this one. It's their impression of Drakkar Noir, what Drakkar Noir Vintage may have smelled like. I've never actually smelled Drakkar Noir Vintage, but Dakar by al-rehab is just a really, really clean green scent. It's soapy, it's earthy, it's got water notes. Applying this after the shower just gives me an uplifting feeling. I really, really like it. It lasts a lot. You don't need a lot of application for this one. Some of the notes are sage, amber, watery notes, and that really brings a fresh, clean vibe to this scent, despite it being kind of a green, more fall type of fragrance. But I think you could wear it, you know, really anytime you want, kind of like Drakkar Noir, as long as you're not going too heavy. If you go heavy, then I would save it for the cooler months, but 1 or 2 sprays after a shower, and I feel really fresh with this scent. Dakar by al-rehab is extremely inexpensive, and you can get it anywhere. I got mine online. I have the oil rub roll-on as well too, but to me that's a little messy. I prefer the spray, and it's got a good atomizer. Yeah, this is a very fresh, clean scent. I really love this one. This is just an easy reach if you want to wear something just that's going to make you smell great after a shower. All right, fragrance number 2 is the oldest fragrance on this list for sure, and it is 4711 by Mauer and Wirtz. This is simple, fresh, clean, floral, citrus. Splash it on after a shower, you're going to get the freshest 7.5 minutes of your life. Unfortunately, by the time you're out of the bathroom, it's gone, but it's still a great out of the shower scent. And you can use it liberally. It's extremely cheap. I've done a review on this one. It is just a classic splash on and go refresher fragrance, and it's definitely perfect for out of the shower. All right, fragrance number 3 in this list is from the designer house of Versace. So this is Versace Men Eau Fraiche, just the absolute gold standard masculine citrus summer scent. I've done a review on this one before. The notes of, you know, citrus, pepper, and woods, musk are going to combine to make this the perfect fresh scent for out of the shower or so much more. So many more categories and in situations you could use this fragrance for. This is excellent. It's a little bit more expensive than some of the other fragrances on this list, but it's just needs to be talked about on anything fresh. I think of this scent too. The other products that you can utilize to extend its performance, because its performance is probably 5-6 hours, which isn't terrible for a fresh scent. But you know, the aftershave, the shower gel, the aftershave balm, if you're going to go heavy with this, that's the way to do it. And out of the shower, I think of this scent all the time. And it's just this is actually a brand new bottle. I reviewed it earlier in the summer, like I had mentioned, and I had given that bottle, it was probably about, you know, maybe 90% full, to one of my best friends. He's a huge fan of this fragrance, and I just wanted to make sure he had it because he said he hadn't had it for a while. So it was an excuse for me to get a new one, so I got another body wash. But Versace Men Eau Fraiche, perfect out of the shower, fresh fragrance, and many more reasons to wear this one. Fragrance number 4 on this list, we're going to keep with the Italian theme. This is from the house of Cerruti. It is Cerruti 1881. I hope I'm pronouncing it right this time. I know I had a subscriber correct me, so again, thank you so much for that one. This is just a bright, sparkling, crisp citrus freshness. It's clean, it's green, it's mossy. I absolutely love it. This makes me feel uplifted. This makes me feel fresh. This makes me feel clean. It's could be barbershop, but I also think it could be, you know, an out of the shower fragrance. And I think those two, fougere and out of the shower, somewhat, for if you like fragrances like in the more classic realm, can kind of link together, because a barbershop, going to get your hair cut, that type of thing is you know, self-help, cleanliness. I think, you know, keeping up your appearance, and same thing, obviously the shower is the base, the first thing you do when it comes to keeping up your appearance. And this scent, right when you get out of the shower, it's actually my scent of the day today. It's just an amazing scent, and it's fresh. Instantly, I thought it was a little bit more green, but then when you use it after a while, you get the citruses in there, and that's why I think it's a perfect scent for right out of the shower. I feel so fresh wearing this one. And I shaved today, and I was lucky enough to track down an aftershave splash too, so you can see that right there, aftershave. And this is beautiful. I think this might even be an older version than this one is, because the box is a little bit different. The box has kind of got more of like a speckled gray to it. I think I have them right here, so I can show you guys. So you can see this here versus this one's a little cleaner looking. But anyway, I got that on eBay, and I'm hunting down the body wash as well too, and aftershave balm. I'm sure they exist, but at least I got the aftershave and of course the EDT. So this is a perfect fresh clean scent for out of the shower. It's very masculine, and it's classic as well. Fragrance number 5 on this list is going to be from the House of Rochas, and this is Moustache. So the original Moustache, this is the Eau de Toilette. This scent I recently reviewed, and you know, the burst of the citrus in the beginning makes this a perfect out of the shower fragrance. If you apply lightly, that's pretty much all you're gonna get. It took me a lot of application after days of wear to really break and tap into the base notes about the musk. And I think that's where the fragrance really comes alive. But in the beginning, the first initial spray, as soon as you get this, it's nothing but just lemons. And after the shower, if you're putting on a couple sprays of any fragrance and you want a citrus burst, this is an easy go-to. It's inexpensive. You can get a lot of it, and don't feel bad about, you know, applying it, over applying it, because again, it's not offensive. It's not too super heavy. You could really wear it anywhere. But if you want a fresh burst of citrus to start your day after a shower, this is an awesome option. Okay, number 6. Now we're on the second half of this list of my top 10 picks for out of the shower. This is from a lesser known house. So this is called Wise Guy by Wise Guy Wear. So I was in Delaware and I stopped at an outlet store. It was a Perfume Palace. That's where I bought Creed Aventus, and I saw this here for 10 bucks, and I thought, well, I love gangster mafia movies and that type of history, so I figured I'd pick this one out solely based on presentation, and never heard of it before. Wise Guy Wear is an instant citrus burst in like a lingering sandalwood in there too. It was really inexpensive, but it's extremely fresh and extremely clean, and it's extremely inexpensive. So actually on their website, it's like runs for $79.99. I would never pay that for this, but it's funny. You can tell it's kind of inexpensive because on the bottom there, it lists that this is, you probably couldn't see it because of the blur, it lists that it's a 1.7, but it's really a 3.4 ounce, it's a 100 ml bottle. So just inconsistencies in the packaging, and I was able to get it, you know, for $10. My girlfriend actually bought it for me when we were there because she thought it was funny. She actually really likes it. It's going to garner compliments. But the fresh citrus in this one is very, very bright and very, very, you know, easy to wear too. So after the shower, this would be a great reach if you like citrus and sandalwood. It's not very unique in terms of its, you know, scent breakdown, but it smells great, and it's perfect for any type of daily use. And I think out of the shower fragrances kind of coincide with that type of theme. So Wise Guy by Wise Guy Wear. All right, fragrance number 7 on this list is from the House of Authenticity Perfumes, LLC. So I want to give a big shout out to Sonny, because he makes some really high quality fragrances. And this one I did a first impressions video on, and it's perfect for this list because it's extremely fresh. And not only will it be great for after the shower, but for the rest of your day, because it's 50% parfum concentration, and it is barbershop too. What a cool looking bottle. Just the blue juice looks like that container that they stick the combs in. It's very, very fresh. It has a shock of citrus right away, and you've got some lemon bergamot in there as well too, and it leads to like a dry down of some oak moss and some woody notes, and it's gonna last you 1 to 2 sprays for the rest of the day. I get a huge performance out of this one, 9+ hours from 1 or 2 sprays. Just come out of the shower, spray this on your chest. The atomizer is awesome, and wow, it's gonna fill the room. But that instantaneous burst, it's their twist on a barbershop too. And what I think is really cool about it is when you get fragrances from small independent houses like Authenticity, and you compare them to other small independent houses, say like Sterling Soap Company, they have a barbershop fragrance that's called Barbershop, and I have that one along with this one. So when I compare the two, they're completely different, and it's the opinion of the owner and the creator of the fragrance and how they want to interpret barbershop. So Sterling Soaps is a very powdery, almost cake battery sweet fragrance, where this is citrus and a little moss. This is a little bit more masculine. I really like this one a lot, and I think it's perfect for out of the shower. You can get them for around $29, and it's going to last you a long time due to how well it performs. So Barbershop by Authenticity Parfums, that's number 7. All right, fragrance number 8 on this list, guys, is from the house of Royal Fragrances. It is Royal Lime. Now, this is what they call an all-purpose body lotion. So to me, it's an aftershave, it's a body cologne, it's a splash, it's all in one. This is a big 8-ounce bottle. You can check it out there. They have absolutely beautiful presentation. I absolutely love this bottle. So this fragrance is just a burst of, well, limes. Obviously, right off the bat, they don't try to have a powder, baby powder feel in there at all. There's another house called St. John's, and they have a West Indian lime, and that's the vast majority of that scent in that particular one is baby powder, where this one you get just straight lime extract. They use native limes to Bermuda. It's awesome. You can apply it liberally. I use it as an aftershave. I use it as a body cologne. If you're at the beach, anywhere you're coming, you need to refreshen up, you go take a shower and you splash this on and you can go anywhere and you're gonna smell fresh. It has a bit of 4711 syndrome where the performance is not so great, but I kind of went into it expecting that with this fragrance because again, it's an old school body splash. That's why usually those fragrances come in these big 8-ounce bottles. So, you know, because you're gonna use a lot of it. And again, the bottle is just beautiful. I love it. As soon as this is done, this is going on some sort of mount for decoration. It's just very classy. It's got this big pewter cap here. And yeah, this stuff, you can really smell it. It's just instant lime. It's so fresh. It's cooling to your skin. It actually wakes you up when you put it on, especially if you're using it as an aftershave. So this one isn't actually that cheap either. It's around $55 for this big one. They have you know, a lot of fragrances in their line, and I don't think anybody really talks about this house, so I was really happy to shed some light on it. They have Royal Musk. They have Mandarin. They have a bunch of different ones too. I really want to try it. This is the only one I have, but it was my first and most, I would say, interesting fragrance out of that house that I really wanted to take home. So this one, after the shower, you just dump a bunch of it on you and, you know, rub it into your skin. It's going to feel cooling, refreshing. It's an awesome scent. Fragrance number 9 on this list is probably a little bit heavier than your average out of the shower fragrance. It's very masculine, it's very clean, a little soapy, a little tobacco in there. It is from the house of Guerlain. It is vetiver. So I got to thank my dad. He's the one that bought me this big bottle as a Christmas gift. He loves this fragrance. It's a scent that makes me feel very clean when I wear it too. So out of the shower, again, you know, I think is reminiscent of a daily fragrance, and this is a perfect daily fragrance, perfect for, you know, the office or just casual, but it's extremely clean, and that's why I would put it on after a shower. It's a very classy scent. It smells really good. You got vetiver, citrus, woods, tobacco, and they all kind of create this just fresh scent. You put it on, you throw a button down on or a white t-shirt after you dry yourself off, and this is on your chest. This is gonna smell great. It's not gonna offend anyone. It's not overpowering, but it can be sort of thick unless you're layering it a lot. But I think at light application, this is a perfect out of the shower fragrance. This one is, here I got another tester strip. Just an extremely clean scent. So after the shower, this is a great reach. And it is a classic masculine men's fragrance, absolutely. So I wanted to make sure I included this one. I should wear it more than I do. I just find myself reaching for other things. Okay, guys, the last fragrance on the list, number 10, probably the most rare on the list. I still think you can get it today. I'm just not sure if it's in production or not. It is from the house of Jacques Bogart, one of my favorite fragrance houses, and it is Eau Fraiche. The name itself, just fresh. This is exactly what this fragrance is. It's fresh. It's perfect for out of the shower if you like kind of herbal green masculine scents because it's not too heavy. So you got some citruses in there. There are notes of mandarin and pineapple as well. So they got a nice different variation of citrus notes in there, not your standard lemon and bergamot. So I really like that about it. It's from 1993. So it's fresh out of the shower, but it's not like your blue fragrance fresh. And again, I'm not knocking those scents, but this is just a different type. It's got different notes in there in the dry down, like oak moss and pine. It's just not super heavy, so I would put it in the realm of maybe Versace Green Jeans or Czar. But again, not as thick as those fragrances. So this is definitely a refreshing one. 3-4 sprays after the shower, you're gonna smell really nice. This is a little bit more rare, like I mentioned, but I made sure to buy a couple bottles of it. So this is the first one I had. I'm about halfway done with it. So I reach for this one pretty much any time of year. If you like to put these more into a fall category, you could, but sometimes it's still hot in the fall. But I like this one for the summer as well. I think it's just an extremely fresh scent. It's clean. I love it. It smells great, and I love the name and the bottle look too as well. Eau Fraiche by Jacques Bogart is number 10 for my out of the shower fragrance list. All right, everyone, that was my list. Those are my top 10 picks for what I would wear out of the shower, what I think is fresh, what I think is clean. And again, I think a lot of these scents kind of bridge into different categories like fougere, barbershop green. But to me, that's what's clean and that's what's fresh. And that's what I would like to pick as a fragrance when I'm coming out of the shower to go about my day. So let me know what you thought of the list. If you like some of the picks, if you don't like them, what you thought, what you would put in there, what your favorite out of the shower fragrance is. I want to hear from you guys. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure that you subscribe. Check out the Instagram page if you have one and if you want to. And I will see you all very soon. Take care.